Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 11 on roots of equations. In this lecture we will discuss one more question on Newton-Raphson method. This question was asked in GTU Winter 2020 exam. Question is, state the formula for finding the qth root of positive number and find the square root of 8 using Newton-Raphson method, correct up to 2 decimal places. So here first we have to write the Newton-Raphson iteration formula for finding the qth root of some positive real number, and using that formula we have to find the square root of 8 using Newton-Raphson method. So first we will develop the Newton-Raphson iteration formula for finding the qth root of some positive real number. So for that we first assume that let C be any positive real number. Let C be greater than 0, that is C is a positive real number, and we assume that we are interested in the qth root of C. So we assume that qth root of C is equal to say x. Therefore I can rewrite this as C to the power 1 by q equal to x, and if I take qth power on both sides I will have C equal to x to the power q. That will give me this equation, x raised to q minus C equal to 0. So using this equation, or if we can solve this equation for x, here x is unknown variable which is nothing but qth root of C. So the problem of finding qth root of positive real number C is equivalent to solve this equation x raised to q minus C equal to 0. So if we can find out value of x which satisfies this equation, then that value of x will be nothing but qth root of positive real number C. So to apply Newton-Raphson method, first we have to develop this equation which is x raised to q minus C equal to 0, and we will consider this x raised to q minus C as our function denoted by f of x. So fx is x raised to q minus C. Therefore first derivative of x is nothing but q times x raised to q minus 1. Derivative of C is 0, and then we can write the Newton's formula or Newton-Raphson formula, and using that formula we will get the formula for qth root of this number C. So Newton-Raphson formula is, we know that it is given by n plus 1th approximation to the root equal to xn minus value of function at xn divided by first derivative value at xn, n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Therefore xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus value of function at xn. Value of function at point x is x raised to q minus C. Therefore f of xn will be xn to the power q minus C. So that we write here xn to the power q minus C, and f dash x is qx raised to q minus 1. So f dash xn will be q times xn raised to q minus 1, q times xn to the power q minus 1. Now we rewrite this, we consider this as LCM, q times xn raised to q minus 1, and we multiply these two. So we will have q times xn raised to q minus 1. Okay, if I multiply these two, and this is going to be xn to the power 1 plus q minus 1. 1 will get cancelled and we are left with xn to the power q. So xn to the power q minus 1 times xn is equal to xn to the power q, that I have written directly, and this is in the bracket. So if I take negative sign inside the bracket, I will have xn to the power q and negative negative positive. Now from these two terms I can take xn to the power q common, so I can rewrite in this way: q minus 1 xn to the power q plus c divided by q times xn to the power q minus 1. This we can rewrite again as, suppose I consider 1 by q outside, and I consider q minus 1 times xn raised to q divided by xn raised to q minus 1 plus c divided by xn to the power q minus 1. This q we have taken outside this bracket, and we can again rewrite this as 1 by q times q minus 1 times xn to the power q minus 1, that is minus q plus 1, and we keep this as it is, c divided by xn to the power q minus 1, and this we can again rewrite as q minus 1. Here q will get cancelled and we have xn plus c divided by xn to the power q minus 1. So this is our Newton-Raphson iterative formula for finding the qth root of a positive real number c. So that is the answer to the first part. We can give this number 1. So we can write that this number 1 is Newton-Raphson formula for finding qth root of positive number c. C is positive number. So this is answer to the first part. State the formula for finding the qth root and find this second part is, using that formula we have to find the square root of 8 using Newton-Raphson method, correct up to 2 decimal places. So now using this formula I have to obtain square root of 8. That means square root means we have to consider q equal to 2, and we are interested in the square root of 8. That means c equal to 8. So we will take q equal to 2 and c equal to 8 in equation number 1. So therefore 1 becomes xn plus 1 equal to, here I have 1 by q and q is 2, so I will write 1 by 2. If I take q equal to 2 here, I will have 2 minus 1 times xn, that is xn only, plus c equal to 8, and if I take q equal to 2 here, I will have 1. So c divided by xn, and c is 8, so that is 8 divided by xn, and n is 0, 1, 2 and so on. So because we are interested in the square root of 8, we consider q equal to 2 and c equal to 2 in 1, and therefore 1 becomes this. So this is the formula to find out square root of positive number 8. Now if I take n equal to 0, I will have x0 here, and x0 is the initial approximation to the root. So how to select x0 in this formula? So for that we see that our function is x raised to q minus c, and now we are interested in the second root or square root of number 8. So we consider q equal to 2 and c equal to 8. So our function becomes fx equal to x square minus 8. So fx is x square minus 8, and we want to solve this equation now, and for that we will use this formula. Now to select x0, what we can do is we can find out the interval containing the actual root. For that we can find out two values of x for which function is positive and negative. Suppose I consider x equal to 0, I will get -8. For x equal to 1, I will get -7. For x equal to 2, I will get -4, which is negative. And for x equal to 3, I will get 1, which is positive. Therefore the root lies between 2 and 3, and that is from intermediate value theorem. So there is no strict rule that you find out this type of interval containing the root in Newton-Raphson method, but to select our initial guess appropriately, we will follow this pattern. If initial root is not given or initial guess to the root is not given, we can find out two values of x at which function is negative and positive, or function is of opposite signs at those two values, and we will have this type of interval which contains the root, and we can take any value in this interval as our approximation. If we wish, we can take x0 equal to 2 or 3. If we wish, we can take 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. Any value between 2 and 3 can be taken as initial guess. So this will guarantee that we are near to the actual root. So our approximation to the root will be appropriate if we select x0 in this way. So you don't have to write down all these things in the examination. This will give you the idea that how to select initial guess. So here I consider select initial guess as I have taken x0 equal to 2.5 and it lies in this interval. Now to find out first approximation, I will take n equal to 0 here. So let me give this number 2, and we consider take n equal to 0 in equation number 2, and we will have x1 equal to 1 by 2 x0 plus 8 by x0. x1 is 1 by 2 x0 plus 8 divided by x0. x0 we have taken as 2.5, so let me put x0 equal to 2.5 plus 8 divided by 2.5, and in the question they have specified that you have to find out the root which is correct up to 2 decimal places. Therefore I have done my calculations up to 2 decimal places only, and using scientific calculator I find that first approximation to the root is x1 equal to 2.85. So this is nothing but iteration number 1, and it gives us the first approximation to the root. Now for second iteration we will consider n equal to 1. Here we will put n equal to 1, and we will have x2 equal to 1 by 2 x1 plus 8 by x1. So now we consider take n equal to 1 in equation number 2, and our x2 is 1 by 2 times x1 plus 8 by x1, and x1 is 2.85, so here we put x1 equal to 2.85, so 8 divided by 2.85, and using scientific calculator I find that value of x2 is 2.83, and we compare this with x1. x1 is 2.85 and x2 is 2.83, so we have to go for one more iteration. We will stop when we get exact similar values up to 2 decimal places in nearby iterations. Now we consider n equal to 2 in equation number 2 to obtain x3. So if I take n equal to 2 here, I will have x3 equal to 1 by 2 x2 plus 8 by x2. So that I write here x3 equal to 1 by 2 times x2 plus 8 divided by x2, and now x2 is 2.83. so here we put x2 equal to 2.83 8 divided by 2.83, and using scientific calculator we find that x3 becomes 2.83 and x2 is also 2.83. so x2 and x3 agree up to 2 decimal places. That means the root of this equation x square minus 8 equal to 0. Root of the equation x square minus 8 equal to 0 correct up to 2 decimal places is x equal to 2.83. That means square root of 8 is 2.83 correct up to 2 decimal places. Therefore we can write our answer in this way: the square root of 8 correct up to 2 decimal places. Correct up to 2 decimal places is 2.83. So this is nice questions. They ask this type of question in the examinations. Here we have discussed the general formula to obtain the qth root of any positive real number c. Here c is any positive real number, and we have considered qth root of c equal to x, and we have developed this equation. So solution of this equation will give us the value of qth root of c. So that means if we can solve this equation, or if we can find out value of x which satisfies this equation, then that value of x is nothing but qth root of c. So first we develop this equation x raised to q minus c equal to 0 by assuming that qth root of c is x, and then we solve this equation by Newton-Raphson formula, and we find our answer correct up to 2 decimal places because it is specified in the question. If nothing is specified in the question, then we suggest you to go up to at least 3 decimal places, or you can go maximum up to 6 decimal places also, depending upon the weightage of marks in the examination. But you should always go at least up to 3 or 4 decimal places. If it is specified that find the root correct up to these decimal places, then you must use that specified decimal places. Otherwise we suggest that you go at least up to 3 or 4 decimal places. So this is nice question, and it was asked in GTU Winter 2020 exam. And we stop here. We will continue with this type of problems in upcoming lectures. Thanks for watching.